Hey there, thanks for joining today. This is Mrs. J, and today we're going to look at how to make these four shapes using Onshape. Tall block, small triangle, cylinder, and the block with the arch hanging out in it. So we're going to open up Onshape. Let me fit this in the window better. All right, and from your main dashboard, you want to click on your IED folder, and then you should have a new file called assembly. So we're going to go to create folder assembly, and then click create. I'm going to type in the number 2 because I already have one. And then you want to open your file, your folder you just made called assembly. So it's nice and empty. So everything we're going to make here for the 4 pieces will just sit right here. Excuse me. So come up to your top left, hit create document. We're going to do this for each one of them, and you can call them according to their shape. So the tall block, we're going to do the first one. Wait for it to load. If you get this error message, just click the link. It almost always gives me that. I'm not certain why. Takes a while to load. If yours is stuck right now, pause the video and then come back. All right, so we have to look at the shape. We can either make this large rectangle and extrude it back, or we can make the smaller one on the bottom and extrude it up. I'm going to go for this right here. I'm going to make this face. It says it's 1.125 width and 3.5 height. It's going back to Onshape. Top left, new sketch. Click on the front so it's highlighted when I cover here. Left click. And then come over to the left side of your screen and click top, front, and right, the eyeball icon, to hide them. All the way to the other side of the screen, all the way to the right side of your screen. Look at the view cube. This is the view cube. And click on front. That puts it right in front of you. I'm going to scroll out a little bit. Top left of your screen, corner rectangle. Left click. Put it on the origin, which is right in the center. It'll highlight. Left click and drag diagonally. Once you're in there and you see those boxes highlighted, see how that highlights? That means that you can type in the dimension that you want. And I think we said it was 1.125. Hit enter and it'll bring you to the other box, and that was 3.5. If you happen to have missed those and it's not coming up to let you type it in, hit escape, find the dimension tool, and you could have clicked on that. So you could just click on your one of your lines and enter the dimension that way. I don't need this one because I have it on the other side, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I don't know how to get rid of that. There. Okay, so last thing you do is I'm going to rotate a little bit. Top left, extrude, and I think it said 0.5, but I'm just going to double check. Yeah, the depth is 0.5. So we have to be able to read these to interpret them. Right now it doesn't matter if it goes forward or back. So 0.5, enter, and then click the green check mark. So 0.5 in here in the depth. Click the green check mark. All right, I'm going to come over to the right side, hit isometric view so it's where it's supposed to be. All the way on the right side, 3 circles. Open that up. We're going to change the color. And then come up to the top right again, another 3 circles. It says add face appearance. Click that, get some color. I want to left click away from the object and drag diagonally across the object and pick a nice color. Something with a high contrast so you can help visualize later. Click the green check mark, and then this item is done. So good job. We're going to, it saves automatically, which is great. We're going to click the word Onshape and come back into our folder. IED, yours says assembly, and then open that up. You'll see that your block is there. If you wait a few minutes, it might give you the icon picture. Sometimes there's a delay. So I'm going to pause, and then we're going to work on the second one. Okay, so now we're going to open up a new document and create the triangle. It's 1.125 all around. So go to Onshape, create document. Let's call this one triangle. Remember to pause and come back if you need help with the getting started. Click OK. It's going to open a new document, and we're going to place a sketch on the front face. So top left sketch, front face, left click. Go over to the left side of your screen and check on the little eyeball for top, front, and right side. Come over to the right side of your screen, click front, and I'm going to do a little shortcut here. I'm going to use the rectangle tool top left. Click on the origin, drag to the right, and let's type in 1.125, enter, 1.125, enter. If it didn't give you the option to enter, and you don't see dimensions, you can always do, let me see if I can show you. You can always do the dimension tool on the top, left click and drag. So if you got stuck there, you can always add dimensions. Enter. Okay, so I'm going to get the line tool and I'm just going to cut this diagonally. Top left, line tool, go down to the origin, left click and drag all the way across. Hit escape on your keyboard to get out of the line tool and look for the scissors up on the top left, sort of center. Scissors, it says trim. Left click, and we're just going to get rid of two of the outside lines so we can have a triangle. If it gives you an error message, just delete the dimensions and you'll be okay. Hit escape on your keyboard. And now you can extrude your triangle by coming up to the top left, hit extrude, and you'll see it selected, and 1.125 I think was. Enter that in the depth. Click enter, and then click the green check mark. Use the same steps we did in the last one to color it. So left click and drag it over, open up your appearance, and pick a color. Check the green mark, and it will save for you. Thanks for watching.